Welcome to World Shakers. My name is Tim Storey. What is a world shaker? I say this every program. Someone who impacts the world in extraordinary fashion. It's been my privilege to interview people like Quincy Jones, Smokey Robinson, Eden Sassoon, on and on and on. People that are world shakers and turning the world around. John Paul DeJora, who sold his little company for $5.4 billion plus. But today, I have another world shaker who fits right in with that group. Don't you think, Brooke?
That's a pretty big list, but I'm excited to be listed with those people. So thank you.
And Oprah, but otherwise, just regular people. All right, so Brooke Rash. So when I read about you and when we were studying you online before I was going to interview you, it says that you are the social celebrity. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you do. And every question, if you don't mind, make the answer right about 1 to 2 minutes. It's going to be rapid fire.
Okay, yes, cool. So when I first became an entrepreneur, I quickly realized that if I used social media, I could reach more people. So I just started, I would just post in the news feed, even if I wasn't talking about business, and people would reach out to me and want to do business with me. So I made that correlation and I was like, okay, I really need to spend some more energy here. And so I really spent years studying human behavior, Tim, through social media. And I would pay attention to what are people responding to? What are they not responding to? What are they attracted to? What are the things that are making people get, interact and engage with? And so I just really started studying that. And when I began meeting my social media followers, they would tell me they felt like they were meeting a celebrity, which was a laughable moment for me because I'm a regular person who would literally just use my phone, to talk about the things that were happening in my life. But because I was doing it so consistently and I had gotten so good at it, people actually saw me as someone who was a celebrity in their newsfeed.
So I love that. So Brooke, what was the product that you had? Because you were on, but what was the product? The product was you doing what? Are you pitching what?
Yeah, so I'm a serial entrepreneur, Tim, like a lot of your followers, I'm sure. So I have done everything from selling sex toys to becoming a health coach, going through my own health journey, selling a meal program. I've raised money for charity. I've hosted events. I've been hired as a promoter for other people to help promote their things as well. But I'm most known for network marketing. I've built a multi-million-dollar network marketing business with the strategies that I use.
I heard that. And that's not easy to do. Otherwise, more people would do.
No, it's not easy to do at all.
Okay, so right now, if people looked you up or followed you, kind of your main thing you're doing is what? Explain that to them.
Right. So I'm launching my social media consulting firm because it's my mission to help people understand the power that they literally are holding in their hand, that they keep in their pocket or in their purse. They keep it on them all the time. And I want to help people create a revenue stream. I want to help people understand that there are so many different ways that they could be building a brand and monetizing. And not only that, but using the platform for good, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it doesn't matter, using it to get your message out to the world. And for me, I grew up in poverty. I didn't come from a place of privilege. And I literally had to fight for everything that I've ever had in my life. And I use social media. I saw an opportunity in that, and I see it for so many other people. Joel Osteen says, turn your mess into your message. And that's what I've done. And I've inspired other people. And so that's what I want to really inspire other people to do, to maximize their social media, to build a business, build a brand, and make an impact in the world.
Okay, because you're quick, we're going to do a little word game. I'm going to say a word. And then you are going to tell us what comes to mind. But remember, you're a world shaker, and so people are looking for answers on how to get better in life. Right. The word is obstacle. What comes to mind?
Overcome.
Tell me more.
I think that we all have obstacles that are thrown at us in life, and it's up to us to decide if we're going to become a victim or if we're going to become a victor. And you can use social media to actually tell that story. So maybe, you have a weight journey, maybe you have a health journey, maybe you have an addiction that you overcame, maybe you were born into poverty. We all have challenges, we all have obstacles and things that that affect our lives. And, you know, I made a conscious decision to become that victor and not the victim, and use it to inspire other people in the process.
Okay, I like it. Persistence. Persistent.
Persistent.
You're persistent.
I am.
Somehow you kept keeping on. You kept pushing through.
Yep. Persistence and consistency. I think with persistence, you have to know what your goal is, and you have to know your mission in life. And so many people give up so easily. And if you don't know what you're fighting for and what your goals are, it's going to be easy for you to just give up and say, oh, well, that was too hard. So persistence is, it's everything. That, along with being consistent. So I always associate those two together.
You're winning the word game right now. I think you're even beating Steve Harvey. Okay.
What?
Compassion.
Understanding, empathy. Being able to.
How important is it in this world?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think that, social media is such a great thing, but at the same time, it can be negative. I see so many people that just literally get lynched in the news. They do one little wrong thing and suddenly their career is over, or they shared an opinion that people didn't agree with, or, I see all kinds of things coming through my news feed where people just crucify others. And I don't think that we, as a nation and as a world, have enough compassion and understanding for people, and understand that people are people and people are going to make mistakes. And when we project that at other people, it's kind of like you're holding yourself to a standard where you have to be perfect.
I like how you're thinking. Okay, last word. The word is motive.
Motivate. Motive, mission.
Motive, reason for doing something.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's an interesting thing. You can have the right mindset, but what's your motive? See, a lot of people are teaching mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But what is your motive? What is your reason for doing things? The reason Mother Teresa decided to help the orphans is she gave a rip.
Right.
And the people that I see that live at the 1%, okay, their motives are good. I see people at the 5% that they have bad motives, but they're good at what they do. But it seems to get into that door of the 1%, so much is in the motives. You look at a Richard Branson, he's a give back guy. So many people are give back people, okay? So your motive must be correct for you to have this degree of success so far. So your motive or motives are to what? Help people,
mm-hmm.
challenge people, empower people. What would you say your motives are?
Yeah, all of the things that you said, Tim. Like I mentioned earlier, I came from nothing. I grew up in Southern Alabama to teenage parents, and there really I wasn't given much, they weren't really expecting much from me, you know what I mean? And so I have overcome a lot of things, and I do think it is important to push people to step outside of the box, to understand, things that they don't understand, opportunities, like opportunities, and learning how to seize those opportunities. Like I said, when we talked about victim and victor, people get presented with opportunities every day right in front of their face, and they don't know how to seize it. So, I want to inspire other people to take control of their life. Like for me, it was social media that allowed me to do that. And so I don't ever want anyone to come from a place of suffering or not knowing how they're going to pay their bills, not knowing how they're going to put, food on the table for their family, how they're going to get by. And that's my motivation, is to empower other people to take financial control of their life by using the powerful tools that that our generation has, because our parents and our grandparents, they didn't have these same opportunities that we have.
Okay, good. Okay, 2 more questions. Are you having fun yet?
I am. I'm trying not to be nervous.
You're doing great. You're being you. All right, so what is one of your favorite achievements as an adult? But go ahead and tell me. I just take your time. It's like something happened and you went, whoa, look at little Brooke.
Okay, so this is kind of controversial, Tim,
Oh,
but yeah, so we'll have fun with this. But my biggest, the thing that I feel most proud of is as a mother. When my son was 2.5, he was diagnosed with autism,
okay.
and the doctors didn't really give us much hope. They just basically said, good luck, like, we don't really have any protocol for you, good luck. And so I took it upon myself to do the research, to dive into the World Wide Web and learn what I could. And between my husband and I, over a 3-year period, we were actually able to recover him holistically to the point where a medical doctor came in and dropped his diagnosis. And so he now functions like, he's 11 years old now. He functions like a typical kid. He was previously nonverbal, wouldn't make eye contact.
That is phenomenal, number one. Okay. And I guess the reason you're saying it's controversial because it went against traditional medicine. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and a lot of people don't believe that autism can be cured.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
really, really powerful. And
it is.
you talk about it some in your talks and the things that you do.
I do, and that was actually how I started really getting a lot of social media followers, was we were sharing that journey through social media.
Look, I love that. I just saw a different side of you that I just I like. See, because a lot of people can see you and they see like what you're doing and how people perceive you. You're successful, but you've been through challenges, setbacks, but you didn't just sit in it. You guys looked for a remedy, right? And you found a way where there seemed to be no way. Okay. So last question. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. If there is a woman that is watching right now and she has a dream to do something that seems way bigger than her. Okay. So that could be launching a company, leaving a traditional job to go start something new. What are the first 2 action steps she needs to take?
So one of my favorite quotes, and I don't know who said it, honestly, like originally, is your network is your net worth. And so for me, that's really the power in social media. I literally networked my way out of a trailer park, Tim. So, so I think it's, if you have a dream in your heart and you think it's bigger than you and you don't know how to accomplish it, it really all starts with the people the people that you get.
Is make sure and partner with the right people, partner with power. Step number 2 is?
Yeah, find those right people and then take action on it. Take action. Don't just sit back and say like, oh, well, I could never do something like this. Like, I never thought that I would be where I'm at now. I never thought I would be having an interview on Zoom with Tim Storey and doing all of the things that I'm doing, writing a book and launching a university and having all of the success that I'm having. But I did have that dream in my heart, and I made it my mission to seek out the people that I needed in my circle to help me make that happen. And then I took action on it. You can't be afraid to take action or make investments too, to be able to make investments. I mean, I've invested so much money that I didn't have the money, but it's gotten me to where I'm at because I've always led with my heart, Tim, and I've stepped out on faith. Even when I didn't know how God was going to make it happen for us, I just had to have faith that it was going to happen.
We like you, Brooke. A world shaker, someone who impacts the world in extraordinary fashion, and you're still young, so you're still growing, you're still evolving. The Bible says this. It says, for God knows the end from the beginning, and he knows what is yet to come. Yet to come means yet to unfold. So you are still unfolding, Miss Brooke. So what we see now is awesome, but what we're going to see 2, 3, 4, 5 years, bam, 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 extraordinary. Okay, how do people follow you? How do we find out more? Tell us.
Yeah, so the best place to find me, obviously, is on social media. I am the social celebrity. Facebook or Instagram, you can just find me at Booke Rash, or you can type in the social celebrity and you'll see my face.
There she is. Thank you for being on World Shakers. Life is good.